All right, let's see how we can apply multiple filters. So let's say we want to find all the products with inventory less than 10 and unit price less than 20. There are a couple of different ways to implement this query. One way is to pass multiple keyword arguments here. So we can say inventory less than 10. And here we pass a second keyword argument and say unit price less than 20. So let's go back to the browser, refresh. Here are the products we get. Let's look at our SQL query. So here's our select statement. As you can see, in the where clause, we have two conditions combined using the AND operator. Okay. Now, there is another way to write the same query. Instead of passing multiple keyword arguments, we can chain the call to filter method. So I'm going to remove the second keyword argument. So here we have the filter method. The filter method returns a query set. Now we can get that query set and apply a second filter on it. So here we can say unit price less than 20. Now here we get a new query set, which we store in this object. And the moment we call the list function, this query set will get evaluated. So if we go back to the browser and refresh, we get the same result as before. So let's take a look at our query. So exactly like before, where we have two conditions combined using the AND operator. Now, how can we combine these conditions using the OR operator? Well, to do that, we have to use QObjects. Back to our code. First, we need to import the Q class from Django. So from django.db.models, import Q. So Q is short for query. And using this class, we can represent a query expression or a piece of code that produces a value. Okay. So using this Q class, we can encapsulate a keyword argument. So let me remove all this code and start from scratch. So we want to combine these conditions using the OR operator. So here we say filter. Now, instead of passing a keyword argument here, we're going to pass a Q object. So we create a Q object, and right here we pass a keyword argument. So we say inventory less than 10. So each Q object encapsulates a keyword argument or a query expression. Now we can combine this Q object with another Q object using the bitwise operators. So if we use the bitwise OR operator, this will translate to a logical OR in a SQL query. So here we pass a second Q object and add the second condition, unit underline price less than 20. Now let's save the changes. So here's what we have implemented. Back to the browser, refresh. Let's look at our query. There you go. So two conditions combined using the OR operator. Beautiful. Now back to our code. Here we can also use the AND operator, but this syntax is a little bit too verbose. If you want to combine multiple conditions using the AND operator, we don't really need QObjects. We can simply pass multiple keyword arguments to the filter method, just like before. Like here we can also negate a QObject. So this will translate to the NOT operator in SQL. So when we execute this, we'll get all the products whose inventory is less than 10 and their unit price is not less than 20. Okay. So this is how we can build complex lookups using QObjects. Next, we're going to talk about referencing fields using FObjects.